Hi, this is Dorothy Kelty with Raquinelli Creations. And at one of Margaret Miller's meets that she has at her collage collective, I was talking about all the postcards, vintage and antique postcards I'd gotten. And Lori Padilla, I was talking about doing collages on them, and Lori Padilla thought that that might be a fun challenge for us to do together, and I absolutely agreed, so we kind of jumped on that idea. So what we're going to do is we'll do one challenge every month. We'll each do a video on it. It may not be the first of the month, but it will be sometime during the month. Lori is Piles of Paragraphs on YouTube, and I'm at D.A. Kelty or Raquinelli Creations. So these are the themes that we've chosen for each month. So January is advertising. February is a three-piece collage of some sort. March is snippets or clusters. April is florals. May, use postage stamps. June, favorite places. July, less loved postcards. August, using negative space. September is pieces. October is transportation. November is forgotten family or created family. And December's book characters. Now we'll talk more about these when we do our collages at in the month that we have doing it. I'm going to try and do it around the first of the month, so within, a few days of the first. And there's different things that we can do. Now, some postcards, like this one, this is a copy of one postcard, is actually using vintage pictures and stuff to make. I think this was for a birthday or something, but in some of them, here we have one. So I'm talking about advertising. So this is a pharmacy in Thetford Mines, Quebec, and these stamps are from 1982. I don't know how old the postcard itself is. I thought at first it was 1925 and that it was year, month, day, but I'm not sure about that, okay? So that's that. These are pictures of postcards, so, and it was postcards that were book pages, so you can use something like that. You can just use a plain piece of cardstock and do your own. Here are some other postcards. Now some of these, this is from 1950, okay? And this one is from 1909. A lot of them have handwriting on the back. Look at that gorgeous handwriting. See, and then this is just a postal card. This is soft and hardwood lumber. So it's a company, and they're asking, pretty handwriting, but I can't read it. So 8/12/09. You can do either side of the postcard. You could do the front of it or the back. If you wanted to do this, you can cover the whole postcard, or you can just add a few things for it. So this is German, I believe, German handwriting, and this was from maybe 1924. Not sure. I'm going to scan in, this is 1918 here, and just a funny card. I have several of those. I'm going to scan some of these in if I can get them to be, straight and everything. This could also be an advertising card. It's asking for, it's for people who can send in catalogs. So this was in 2 parts. And they sent this out with one side says, do you want some? And then the other half of it, you could actually indicate how many you wanted and send it back. Here's one that's like that. So this is, can we count upon your office for postal workers? So it's sent to post office. 1 cent stamp is the early part of the 19th century. So, and this would just be torn off, and then part of it would be sent back. So that's what this is, half of that. Okay, so as I was saying, I am going to scan some of these in if I can get good prints off of them. This one is 5.5 by 3.25. So, but I'm probably going to make them a standard size of probably 4 by 6. So that size. But anyway, it's, if I can get good prints, the pictures that I've already taken, that I wanted to use, are not going to work. But anyway, so here's making one. Now, you can use a card that is advertising, or you can use pictures of old advertisements, maybe from a book like this, or possibly from a vintage catalog, or even from printables that you've got. So it would be a matter of, now this one, it's the inside of a store. It's not completely interesting to me. To me, the handwriting on the back is more interesting. And like I say, the stamp is 1982. So what I think I'm going to do is add a little something on the front of this to decorate a little bit, and that's going to be, that'll be, I'm done. So I'm looking through here this for a picture that I think, an advertisement, a vintage advertisement that I think would be nice and that's small enough to fit in here. Okay, I like this books and bulletins one right here. So I'm going to cut it out. I've gotten where I try and leave the rest of it in the book as I can so I don't lose them. Okay, so now we have that. And so this could be, part of it could be on here, and then I can add things around it. I could also, as I was saying, put it on the back, especially if I'm not at all interested in the addresses on the back. These are old postcards. These people are probably not even there anymore, but at the same time, covering them up might be a good idea. So actually, so maybe I will do that. I'll start with this, and then I want to add some other images or other embellishments and stuff around it to make it kind of fun. Now I have this is a cigarette ad which I would not use, and this is an Old Crow ad, but I like these little swirly things on this advertisement. So let me just cut this off. Okay. Now instead of doing this, I could just take a stamp or something, but since my theme is the advertisement, I think using this would be kind of fun. Let me see, I think I'm going to cut this off around here, okay? And then I'm going to put this like this and put this. Now this kind of a red color kind of goes with a little bit of the numbers. I've also got this teal from the Canada. So let me see what I can find here that might, and what I'm looking at here is my washi tape. So I have this washi tape, and so I may use some of that. Oops. Let's get some things glued down so I don't make a huge mess here. Okay, so I think that this is kind of what I want to do. see. I'm going to cut this nice little lady off and just have the books and bulletins. Okay, so there is that. Let's start gluing. And then this one can go across here. Now I also want to bridge from my design into where the stamps are, because I want to make those stamps part of my design. So having this lady reach up here would be one way for me to do that. Trim this a little bit. So if I do that right there, I could do that. In fact, I'm just going to do that. One thing about collaging is you can really take your time and do it. And I often find that I do my collage and then I end up coming back to it later. I might leave it sitting on my desk for a few days so that I can maybe come up with another idea that I want to use. This teal color is up in the right-hand corner, so I'm going to put this washi tape. I added a little bit of glue to it down on the left corner. Let's find one more piece. Is this, okay, this one here is purple. It's a lavender, but kind of like part of this design up here, Marathon of Hope. So I'm going to use that to add put these together. Okay. Now, one of the things that I could do is add a little bit of stamping to it, or stenciling, or something like that to pull it together. But honestly, with a little bit of the writing sticking out, and this, I kind of like it, so I'm going to say that's done. So I'll put a link below to my coffee shop, whatever, however you pronounce it. But and I'll have free scans of some antique postcards that will probably mostly be blank, depending on the year and how good we can get them, good quality and things I can get them. But they will be available within the week, possibly by tomorrow if I'm lucky in getting good straight pictures and getting them lined up. Okay, so, and there will be a little video about that when I finish them. Okay, so Lori, thank you so much for doing this with me and everything. We chatted about what we were going to do for the categories and everything, and this is my postcard with the theme of advertising. I haven't figured out how I'm going to put these in right now. Lori has, on her channel, she has a folded binding method that looked really interesting to me. And I may do that to add these in, so I'll need 12 places to add them. And that's nice because you can see in front and back. I also could come back to this and add something to this to make it more interesting, or, just because I feel like it. So thanks for coming with me on this little journey, and I hope you'll join Lori and I with this challenge.